Hello and namaste. Welcome to this part 2 of creating animation. We saw how keyframes were added in the last session, but they were for individual transformation of either location or rotation or scale. This session we will see how you can combine the two transformations for the object and create animation. So, this is a pretty similar process, but you need to observe slightly carefully. We will see how you can add to various combinations. Now, there are three attributes: location, rotation and scale. Therefore, you can have 4 different variants of combination. You can have location and rotation, you can have location and scale, you can have rotation and scale as the 3 combinations, but the 4th and important is where you club all 3 and make it location, rotation, scale together. So, we will see these things plus the important point of how to render after doing this animation, which is important for you so that you can share it with your friends. If you remember the 3 steps of animation: setting the current frame, applying the transformation and inserting a keyframe are going to be used in the same order again for creating these animations. But let us start. But before doing all that, let us just reduce the size of the scene, because that becomes easy for viewing the animation. So, make it 50 so that it is easy for us to apply the transformations. Zoom in to see the entire timeline. Now, we are at frame number 1 right now. Here we would like to apply the basic transformation for location and rotation both. Let us just use G to grab it and move it at some position, right. So, we have changed the location. Let us also change the rotation of this. Let us press R and rotate it slightly. If this is the position we want to have, we are happy with these transformations. So, step number 3, insert keyframe by pressing I, and here now select the 4th option from the top, which is LOCROT, which means location and rotation. If you click that, you see that 2 windows in the panel of transformations get into color yellow, which means that both these transformations are now converted to a keyframe. We have to put another keyframe now. Let us go to maybe frame number 22, where we will type in 22 in the current frame, and now we are at frame number 22. Here press G again to move the object at some position, maybe here, and also press R to change the rotation. Okay, now we have rotated this. Press I to insert a keyframe and select the same set what we had selected from frame number 1. We select location, rotation, and now you see that the panels show color yellow. We are done with our animation, so we can have a look at it by previewing it. For that, press Alt A. You can go to frame number 1 so that it is easy for you to see it, and then just press Alt A, and you can see that the cube now moves from frame 1 to frame 22 while rotating itself also. So, this is how you can do for location and rotation. Pretty simple, isn't it? You can easily try the same thing for creating another set of transformations. So, let us take another fresh scene by refreshing everything, file new, and we have a new scene, and let us just reduce the frame numbers by going to the end frame and say 50, zoom in to see the entire timeline window, and now in this we are going to start from frame number 1 again. Let us just grab and move it to some different position, probably, press S for scaling, and we have scaled it to the desired sizes, and now we have to insert a keyframe at this position. So, the location is changed and the scaling is changed. So, we select location scale as option here, and you see 2 different boxes are highlighted right now in the transformation panel. let us go to frame number 30 and then change the position and also change the scaling of this, maybe make it very small and see what happens. Press I to insert a keyframe. Remember to select the same set of attributes you had selected earlier, location and scale, and that is done. Just go back to frame number 1 and play the animation. You can see that this is getting reduced in size. You can do the same set of steps for creating animation which has rotation and scale as a combination. But we will now see how you can apply all three in the same animation, and that is where you can find it very interesting. Let us take another fresh scene now and reduce the number of frames, make it 50 probably, and this time let us try to put multiple keyframes so that our animation looks slightly interesting. Okay, so we are here at frame number 1. Let us delete the cube now, we are getting bored of the cube. Let us add something else. We will add a torus probably, and this as a UFO probably will be coming up on the scene now. So we are at frame number 1. Let us change the position of this UFO and move it maybe slightly at the back side and even at the top probably. Okay. Now if this position is fine, let us now insert a keyframe. Even though we have not applied any scaling or rotation, please select location, rotation, scale as the attribute we want to animate, so that in future we can keep changing all of them. Let us go to frame number 20 and now let us apply different transformation. Let us take this torus in the front, let us rotate it slightly, let us also scale it slightly and see if we can insert a keyframe here. Okay, so we have changed this. Now insert a keyframe, select location, rotation, scale. Now let us go to frame number 35 probably, which is again 15 frames away from here. Then change the position again and change scaling, change rotation, yeah, and now insert a keyframe by location, rotation, scale, and again around frame number 50 let us put this somewhere else. Maybe we can go to 50, frame number 50 and change the position, which is completely left of the screen now, and apply transformations. Scale it and you rotate it again and all that. Okay, and let us now insert a keyframe using the transformation panel this time. And like I said, to insert a keyframe you need to hover on that particular panel. Because we are applying transformation to all three, you have to do it individually for all three. So go to location panel, press I, keyframe is inserted, go to rotation panel, press I, and go to scale panel, press I. You will see all three getting yellow now. So the keyframe is inserted here. I think we are done with the animation. Let us go to frame number 1, take the mouse to frame number 1 and then press Alt A to see the animation. And now this UFO is like going crazy by moving here and there, and that is how we can animate. So this is a way in which you can animate all three attributes together. Lot of people insert a keyframe for all three all the time, so that they just do not forget about a particular sequence what they had applied earlier. So that is a workaround and that is perfectly fine. You can pick up the way you want to work it, but the most important point of how to get a rendered output of whatever we did. So if you want a 50 frame animation as a rendered file, how to do that? You have already seen how you could do that for a static frame, and the steps were that you just position the camera in a way that it can get all the necessary positions of your animation within the camera frame. So let us see what is the camera view showing right now to us, and if I press 0 I can see the camera view. Let us press Alt A to see the animation. Now I can see that lot of things are getting lost. So probably I should fine tune the camera position and just slightly take it outside a bit, like maybe zoom out a bit so that I can see most of the animation. For this, the easiest option is to position the particular view in your 3D viewport and then attach that particular attribute to the camera. Let us go to the user perspective, position the camera. Okay, so I think press Alt A to see whether you can see the entire animation. Yes, I can see everything here. This looks like a good positioning right now. Just escape to pause the animation, and now when the camera is selected, press Alt, Control and 0 on numpad to put the camera position in the user perspective option which we had selected. Now if you see that the window has appeared and you can see the entire animation happening inside the window, which is what we exactly wanted. If you like this framing, good enough. Otherwise you can fine tune the camera. You have already seen it how to do that, but let us just go ahead now and render this particular thing. Because we are rendering an animation now, we have to click on the animation button, but hold on, before that you have to keep some settings in place. The most important setting is where is this file going to get saved and what is the format of that file. So for the location of the file, just see the tab called output. In that it will be selected as /tmp by default. We do not want it to go into the temporary folder, so click on the folder icon beside that and select a suitable path. Right now I have a Blender directory on my system, so I will just give that as my path and I will select this path by clicking on the accept button on the right hand side. So once I click that, the path is set to D Samir Blender, and now I have to select the type of file. By default it will be on PNG, which is a static frame, which you saw already when we did the camera view and the render setup. Instead of the image format, select a movie format. There is a range of movie formats available. I would suggest you can use MPEG for the time being, and once you select these two things, you are ready to render it. Go on the top and click on the animation button, and that is it, you can start rendering. The keyboard shortcut for that is Ctrl F12. If you remember, F12 was the shortcut to render a static frame, but for rendering an animation you have to press Ctrl F12. Now the fun starts. Depending on the configuration of your computer, it will take some time to render all the frames and make an MPEG out of it. You can see that it is happening for my computer right now, and after this is done, you will get an MPEG file in your desired location which was set in your rendering. After this you can just preview it and then share it with people if you want to. Do not forget to save the blend file which we have already shown earlier and name it properly so that you can retrieve it anytime. With this we come to the end of the topic of keyframe animation in Blender. In the subsequent lectures, we are also going to see how various animation principles can be applied to this keyframe animation and make it more interestingly realistic. So let us look forward for that and enjoy animating. Thank you.